Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy, or Mega Man World 4, is finally the first Game Boy Mega Man game that actually has something to set itself apart from the NES games. It still mostly takes its levels and boss fights from the NES games, in this case Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5, as has been tradition. However, it does have an original story, it has its own new collectibles, there's now a knockback to your charge shot, which I think clashes a little bit with the precision platformer design these games tend to go for, but it's a nice little bit of game feel, I think, which this game sorely needs because it still feels as sluggish as all of the others. It introduces this shop system, which is kinda interesting. Instead of finding energy tanks and weapon tanks and whatever else in levels, you now get P from enemies and strewn about the levels, using which you can then buy certain things. I'm kinda torn on this mechanic. It's kinda cool, and it means that you can essentially grind to make something easier for yourself if you're having trouble, but it also disrupts the usually carefully crafted balance of a Mega Man level. You could still grind in the past for, energy tanks and lives, but now because more of the collectibles and more of the enemy drops are just currency, that means that preparation becomes a lot more important than just surviving with what you have within a level. I guess it's an incentive to use this system, but I don't really like that. To me, anyway, Mega Man is not about fucking around in menus and buying items to prepare for your journey. That is something for JRPGs and whatever else. This game also still has a lot of the problems that come with the other Mega Man Game Boy games, in that the screen is, as small as the Game Boy screen is, and with that comes very cramped level design, with very precise jumps at times that don't really need to be that precise, enemies that seemingly come out of nowhere, and, the usual. But I'd still say this is probably the best of the Mega Man World games so far. It feels a lot more like its own thing rather than a cheap copy of something else. So I'm giving this game a 5 out of 10.